Well, 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 what do we have here? You don't belong here. You're far from home. Danger? Darling, there's no danger here. None at all. Unless you consider being found by someone like me dangerous. And maybe you do, maybe you don't. I'd say you're very lucky. Ah, foolish as well, is it? If you think so. It's funny to me that you would believe that, but it's your right to believe it. But I promise you no, you're not dreaming. You're not hallucinating. You didn't take the right kind of, consumables to have that sort of effect on you. I know a lot more than you might think. For example, I know that you are very underappreciated. You don't deserve that. You deserve so much more. Your friends, your family, your boss, your co-workers, even the ones who are so very nice to you, they still don't treat you the way you deserve. I am here to help fix that for you. Ah, there's an order to these things. We'll get to that part. But before I tell you anything, I just need to know if maybe you're interested in that. I just need to know if that's something you might be interested in. Why you? Well, why not you? Darling, why not? Ah, but that's how everyone feels. Somebody else would be more worth an offer like this. Not me. I'm not worthy. I've done nothing deserving of anything. That is not you talking. That's the version of you society wants you to be. To fit in, to fall in line, to be a good little soldier obeying orders, doing what they're told. You are meant for more than that. I see that, even if you don't. You are meant for so much more. Why be a soldier following someone else's orders when you could be a general giving the orders? It's a metaphor. Oh, you're so lucky, you're so cute. It's a metaphor. It means that if you don't like the way your life has been going, and let's be honest, I wouldn't be here if you did. Why not seize the opportunity to change that? Fair enough. Nobody wants to unknowingly and unwittingly make a deal with a demon and lose their soul. I'm no demon. You could think of me as more of a god. A god who, unlike my arrogant friends and family, actually care about what goes on here on this planet. No. I could give you my name, sure, but I guarantee you've never heard of me. Yes, they get all of the fame, all of the publicity, and take all of the glory and rewards for themselves and leave everyone else at their mercy. Now, I don't know about you, but that does never sit right with me. They create these systems to draw power from people and give it to themselves. I don't want anything like that. I want to teach people how to get power for themselves. I'm here to make you an offer. An offer I don't think you will refuse. And I've danced around saying exactly what that is so far, and you've indulged me. So, allow me to indulge you. I am offering to give you power I'm offering to give you power unrivaled by your peers. If people don't respect you, it's because they don't understand you are to be respected. And I will help you make them understand. And all I ask from you is not your soul, is not your firstborn. Nothing so deceptive or ominous or villainous as all that. I just ask that you remember who gave you a hand. And maybe you return the favor if you're ever in a position to. It's not often gods need help from mortals. Realistically, I will probably never ask you to repay the favor. Unless you are so uniquely gifted as to become powerful enough, maybe, to rival the gods. Who knows what the future has in store? It's a mystery. What we do know is now. And right now I'm offering you something to help you earn the respect you deserve, to take what is rightfully yours and has been denied you. Does that sound interesting at all? Then more details you will get. You see, I could be considered a god, but maybe that's a little deceptive. Really, what I am is more of a force of nature. Change is inevitable. And I believe that those who fight against change fight against the very fabric of reality. Fight against what is. And we can argue maybe some things should change and some things should not. But ultimately everything changes. Kings die, empires rise and fall. Even mountains shift and collapse over time. Eventually, oceans dry up, forests burn to the ground. Everything changes. What I ask of you is simple. If you're ever in a position to cause or prevent change on a significant scale, you just allow change to happen. It's very difficult to give an exact answer, and that's why I do understand I can have a bit of a reputation for being unreliable, untrustworthy. I'm not out here twisting words to try and benefit myself in a deal like some sort of demon. But I'm also not the goddess of the future. I don't know what will happen. All I know is that change will come. And if I help you, if I help change your position, your life for the better, you help me by allowing whatever change may come your way in the future. Well, no, not specifically your way. Just in general. Well, I guess a few examples couldn't hurt. So here's one for you. Very simple one. Usually there's a big torrential rain in the beginning of spring. That rain helps revitalize the land after the change brought on by winter. And it helps prepare the land for the change of spring and summer, right? And there are some who could argue that all of that rain is a detriment. It can hurt existing buildings and structures and people. It can hurt families. Does that mean that all of the rain should be prevented? Bingo. And you see, that's why I came to you. Because there are so many people who would love to change the way their life has gone, but so few who actually understand what change means. That rain can hurt or harm, even take someone's life. But that change is needed to prepare the soil for the bounty of spring and summer and autumn, depending on the crops involved. Or maybe it's not about the crops. Maybe it seeps into the groundwater, where it carries it off to further lands, where it can grow there. And if you were to prevent all that rain, you could change that land into a desert, change it into a drought, cause even more widespread harm and damage by trying to prevent what was a natural part of the cycle of life. Well, yes. To put it in other words, I expect you, if you accept this deal, if I help change your life for the better, I expect you to allow the natural cycle of change to continue. Now, if you go back on that deal, there will be consequences. Oh, no. I told you I have no interest in souls. I never have, I never will. That's the dealing of others. And they can have it. They can do what they will with it. I don't want your soul. I want the world to keep spinning. I want things to keep turning and changing over, one thing into the next. I want you to use whatever power, whatever authority, whatever significance you claim for yourself. I want you to use that to allow the cycle to continue. I don't make plans. Plans go against the very nature of change. Let me ask you something, unrelated to the offer I'm giving you. You seem to have it in your head that any sort of deal made by any sort of supernatural entity must be deceptive, malicious, harmful, and I find the very thought of that offensive. But you're welcome to believe what you believe. I'm not going to force the change on you. But I would ask you, why do you think that way? Why? These other, brighter gods that society cherishes, are they not also gods of change? You know, or at least I hope you know, that everything you have grown up around was created because of change brought by the god of war. Oh, it does. It does. Because in a world of inevitable change, inevitable conflict arises. And who's going to win out when there is conflict? The god of the rain? The god of the sun? The god of knowledge? Or the god of war? It is the warriors, the soldiers who win, and it's the generals who lead them who benefit. If you want to improve your life, if you want to benefit more from your life, you've got to go from being someone else's soldier to being the general. Yes, a simple example, a simple story, a simple idea. But in practice, very complicated. Maybe you could use another example then. Oh, you are. You are without a doubt the most adorable mortal I've ever talked to. And I think if you set aside these preconceptions you have, I think you would see what I mean. Could live a life like you have been, being the good person, the good boy you're supposed to be. Or you could throw off those chains that other people have given you and take what you want. Take what is yours. Because I can't. Even if I were to make a very specific offer for you, it would be useless by morning. Change happens so quickly. Have you heard of the butterfly effect? To put it simply, completely unknown and irrelevant events can have rippling, cascading side effects. I could promise you that you will be president, and then tomorrow morning you wake up and have some sort of accident, and suddenly you're no longer able to speak, and you cannot become president. It's not that I broke my deal with you, it's that I could not possibly foresee all of the possible changes that could occur in your life. I mean, even if it's not tomorrow, maybe it could be next week, next month. Someone could decide that they want to break into someone's home, and you just happen to be there and try to defend yourself, and things don't turn out well. It could happen. And unlike some of these other beings who are going to pretend that everything will go exactly as they say and nothing could possibly go wrong, I refuse, because that's deceptive. I'm not about deception. I'm about giving you the tools to take for yourself what we both know you want. Oh, come on. I don't talk to mortals often, but when I do, it's normally cowering in fear, begging for mercy, because I have this reputation of being a horrible and destructive creature. But not you. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm giving you this offer. Because you are different. You are special. And I want to see just how special you are. Maybe we can have future dealings. Maybe this is all there is. Personally, I hope you go out there and make a name for yourself, and to make me so incredibly proud. No, but I would be proud to have put my trust in someone worthy of it. Someone worthy of respect, of admiration, of adoration, of devotion, attraction. Because make no mistake, you are very attractive. It's actually a very important component in taking charge. People want to listen to someone they like to look at. And if I, a god, like to look at you, I know they do. You just can't see it for yourself. You can't believe it. You won't let yourself. Because you're trying to behave. You're trying to be the good person you're supposed to be instead of who you truly are. So this is my offer to you. Throw off those chains that society has handed you, those chains you have proudly carried since you were born. Throw them aside and stand up tall and take for yourself what you know you want, what you know you deserve. I know you can. I know you won't regret it. And all I ask from you is that you allow change in the future. Allow things to be as they will, not as someone else thinks they should be. Perfect. Well, then. We seal it with a kiss. And you have my word from now on, as long as you follow what's in your heart, inside of that marvelous chest of yours. You will succeed. Be true to yourself, and you will change things in your direction. Oh, and I will be watching. And if you make me proud, maybe I'll have to reward you. I'm sure there are many ways I could do you very well. I'm sure there are many ways we could enjoy each other's company, enjoy each other's presence. Until then, I'm going to wish you well. Do know I will be watching. Don't disappoint me. Hello, everyone. Star here. And thank you for listening to this video, audio kind of thing. It actually feels really good to say that every time. Like, we did the hard part, which is the story, and the outro is the quote easy part, right? So the excuse me, I had a monster. It's coming back up. So the hard part's over and done with. And well, this was pretty fun. So, the collective, I guess, that I'm a group of, the Spice Rack, we all came together and decided to sort of merge our servers together on Discord. And I was sitting in the server and just talking with people there in the VC. And we got this idea to watch Sinbad, the animated movie from, I want to say, the early 2000s. And I'd never seen it before. But the art style, and it was produced by DreamWorks, and it's very similar in delivery, I would say, to The Prince of Egypt, which is a great movie that I absolutely love, or The Road to El Dorado, another fantastic movie that I absolutely love. And so it was mentioned, and I thought, hey, let's watch it. And almost from frame one of the movie, they introduce the villain, Eris, the goddess of, quote, change. And she's deceptive, and she's making a deal, and she's not intending to follow through with it. Well, that is sort of the inspiration here. This god of change who's like, hey, you, human, cute human, why don't you make a deal with me, and I'll make things better for you. Now, in this case specifically, we're not looking at sort of a Darth Vader, I've altered the deal, pray I don't alter it any further. We're not looking at sort of loopholes. I said this, but actually, technically, this means that, or anything like that. It's literally change. At its core, everything's always changing. So I could tell you, yeah, I'll help you be king of the world, but I mean, maybe someone wakes up 2 weeks from now and decides to go drunk driving, and they accidentally, stuff could happen. Change. Everything's always changing. So I can't promise that, but I can promise that things will go your way. Generally. Right? So that's kind of the idea there. I don't know. I feel I've had some writer's block lately. Doing all of these recordings improv is very fun, sometimes difficult to get the idea going. But I feel like we got this one. I feel like this one's solid. I feel like it's gonna be fun to edit, and maybe add some sound effects in, maybe not. Who knows? I guess we'll have to wait and see if the mood strikes me or not. But either way, thank you so much for listening. Really, it means a lot. It means so much. I know I'm very, I almost want to say the word unreliable, but I'm going to go with chaotic instead. My schedule is very subject to change. Ahaha. So, I mean, who knows? I'm going to say I'm going to be doing 3 a week. I'm going to try to keep to that. Maybe something will change. Maybe we'll go with that for a while. I don't know. But regardless, thank you. And I don't say it often, but an extra thank you to everyone over on Patreon, because I don't know how to say this without sounding elitist or whatever, so if it comes across that way, I'm so very sorry. YouTube content is free, and it's free to jump in the comment section and say thank you for the audio, and it's free to vote in the Fan Friday polls that I'm Gonna be getting back to you next week, by the way. I probably should have led with that. Oops, maybe I'll edit this to the front, maybe not. It's very appreciated, but it's even more appreciated when people are like, hey, I'm gonna just sign up to send this $5 a month your way to help support the creator, to help support the creation of the content. I feel like the exact words I'm trying to say are not coming out of my brain properly. It goes back to the whole this improv stuff can be hard because I can have exactly the right idea and the words don't work. But really, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm not consistent. My schedule is always changing, but I'm always coming back. And I have massive appreciation for everyone who is in the comments, who's on Discord, who has already subscribed to me on Twitch, even though I haven't officially started streaming yet. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I could keep going, and I might even just cut that and edit it and loop it over and over for funsies after the outro, just so you don't have to hear it unless you want to hear it. But thank you. And I'll see you in the next one. So goodbye for now. Mwah. Thank you, 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 thank you.